中の者がお父上を弔いに来ております。
皆を返してくれ。
何をおっしゃいますか。若様が堺の家督なのですよ。
ああ、
お一人ではありませんよ。お父上は風となり導いてくださり、お母上は鳥となり見守ってくださいます。
おじ上は
ご本人がお伝えくださいましょう。
助かった、ゆり。
Hello.
堺殿の息子とあらば、お前は我が子も同然だ。
I know, I'm streaming. I'm streaming if you want to watch. I started a new playthrough of Goshima. I have it on lethal, the hardest difficulty possible, and I have it on Kurosawa mode. It's like a Kurosawa movie. It's like black and white, film grain. The audio is a little muffled, distorted, like an old-timey movie. And it's only in Japanese, so English subtitles. A true weeaboo in my heart. I am the appropriator. No. 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 I love samurai cinema. I honestly, samurais are cool, but like, I've never been like super like invested in like samurai stories until I started watching like samurai cinema. The whole like cinema aspect of it, how they're shot, black and white, the cinematography, you know, that is what makes samurai movies, not the actual samurai part of it. The action of it is cool because there's a lot of suspense that's involved. Usually with samurai movies, you don't have like big, like 30-minute long fights. Usually with action movies, you'll have a lot of exposition and then like a minute long fight, and it's really boring, that formula. But Disney does it a lot. I think if you're gonna have short fights and like big narrative moments, you need to have very short, suspenseful fights, not filler fights that last for a minute and are like Marvel shit where you're just punching each other around. It's not suspenseful, it's not tasteful, and it is done well in some Marvel movies. Like, I'm not saying in the entirety of Marvel does action wrong, because it doesn't. I'm just saying there's a certain formula there that when it's used over and over and over again, it's not used correctly. And that's what you see in a lot of Marvel movies. But samurai cinema does it perfectly. Not all the movies are great, but like Seven Samurai, peak. I haven't seen all that movie. I need to watch the rest. There's this one fight scene in this movie called Old Boy, and I haven't seen the movie. It's been like on my watch list forever, but I have seen one of the fight scenes from it. Oh, it's so good. It's so goddamn good. It's like set in like modern day. It's not like an old movie. It's not like black and white either. But there's this one fight scene, and it's got samurai swords and shit. So cool. Anyway. The PS5 version, which I'm playing now, which is like the director's cut, is actually... So the problem that they had with the first one, like the first, like, not the first one, the same game, but like when it originally came out, the Kurosawa mode, or just like the Japanese. I mean, obviously, the lip sync is for the English version, because it's like a very, like, it came out in Western, like, America and all this shit. It's not like, it would, you know, this wasn't like marketed heavily anywhere else except really America. So obviously, you know, you're gonna have like a very English heavy narrative. So you have the English lip sync, but with the director's cut, you have the Japanese lip sync too. Of course, if you have the lip sync, or you have the language wrong, which is cool. Oh, I know. I played it again on like just the PlayStation 4 version, and then I stopped playing it because I got bored because there wasn't really anything new happening. I don't know. I'm not a big like replayer. Like I don't really play a whole lot of games, especially if they're open world, because I just don't too much shit to go and explore. But with this, like, I am changing, like, there's like so much shit that has changed with the director's cut, like quality of life improvements, and just different things that makes it feel like a different experience. That it's fun to replay. It's not like I'm just replaying it and seeing the same exact shit. Kurosawa mode is a great example. I'm playing through that. The visuals are enhanced, the frame rate's enhanced. It is optimized for PS5. It's not like a remake or anything, or it looks like so much better. It just, it's really cool. So you see this. I know it's kind of delayed, but you see right here I'm looking around. That's how it looks with the Kurosawa. If you go turn it off, it's very beautiful. And I think there's contrast. You can make the contrast dramatic, which is cool too. Like, if you're playing this shit for the first time, do not play this, like, the Kurosawa mode, because you are missing so much. Like, look how just pretty this shit looks. Like, that shit is beautiful. That shit is beautiful. Like, that is like a painting. Like, that is some shit you would see in a painting. And that's just a regular, like, I'm just playing the game normally. So good. This is literally my favorite game of all time. I have decided. Looking at it narratively, and I'm playing through it again to make sure that is the case. Because it might not be, you know? I don't want to say it's my favorite game of all time when it's been forever.
どうだった？
志村殿を見つけお助けしようとしたがあえなくハーンに叔父上は嘆いておろう
You know what game I think you would really like find cool? Death Stranding. I think you'd enjoy watching that. It's very pretty. It's, you ever heard of Norman Reedus? The actor. He is like the main guy in that game. It is a very unique game. It's open world, and it's basically a hiking simulator. But it is a fun hiking simulator. It is like very yes or no. Like if you like it or not. And I love it. You're really just, you're in it, you're really just, you're fully into it and you love it or you just don't. There is no in between. Death Stranding. It's very peaceful, the soundtrack is pretty good. I'll show you it, you don't have to like, look it up and look at everything. I have to like, download it though. Huh? Huh? I mean, yeah, sure, everybody's played it. He probably hasn't even, probably hasn't finished it, though. A lot of people played it and then just didn't finish it because they played it when it came out. Oh yeah, Jacksepticeye. I can see Jacksepticeye being into that. Like all the way. Jacksepticeye's peak. You haven't watched what now? Oh, I haven't like recently, but I used to watch that man all the time. Yeah, Death Stranding is cool. You what? Apparently you what? I don't know. I used to God, I was like 5 when I watched that shit. I'm gonna download the Mafia games, but I'm gonna prioritize downloading Death Stranding because I might be able to play it tonight. Let's see. It has probably like 2 hours left, so it's a pretty big game. It's not small at all. Is it streaming? Yeah, I think it stopped because I left the game. Oh wait, no, it started again, right? Okay.
ママ逃げちまったじゃないか。
主の元に戻るよう
I'll play some
しつけてある。
Batman maybe later. I don't know. Streaming like this gives me something to talk about. So I hope you know that's why I'm doing it. Just so I have something to talk about.
お主は逃げろ。俺が猛虎兵を引きつける。
タカを助けるまでそばを離れるつもりはないよ。
ではまず火星を得ねばな。澤先生や足立。
タカだって腕はいい。鍛冶屋が味方につくんだ。城に。
壁を登れるような。
Stop. That is how it works.
は弱いから長くは持たない。
ユナ、必ず弟は助ける。
志村さん。
Oh my lordy, lord. Why you hate your name? Why do you hate your name? The only thing I have two things that I've been insecure about. Big, like two big things. My man titties and my double chin. That's like the two things. Other than that, I don't give a shit. My man, Poopa. You do. Yeah, that's where I can prove this. Huh? I can prove it. I have evidence. I do. Oh, okay. Good. Well, I was actually kind of getting worried. Hold on. I thought it like fell off or something. Bro is broing right now, not gonna lie. Yeah, if I get hit by this dude even once, I'm dead. Like, lethal? Okay, hold on. Let me show you this shit. Okay, I cannot make it up. Let's see. I'm on lethal difficulty. So even like one time I get hit, I'm like, you're dead. But it's a really cool difficulty because people do a shit ton of damage to me, like realistically. It's like realistic. Because people do a shit ton of damage to me, but I also do a shit ton of damage to them. Like, it only takes 2 hits to kill people, which is nice. I prefer that. I don't want to do like an insanely hard difficulty and make it like super challenging. I want it to be. Oh god. See, this is what I mean. I think this is probably why I'm gonna like go through this playthrough mostly stealthy. Because I mean, first of all, the stealth is fun, but most of all, you know, my ass is not good. I'm actually like decently good at this game, but like, no, I don't. Oh god, no. Oh god, okay. Jesus Christ. Huh? Oh, well, me shooting my pants aggressively was just more common. Oh no, because this guy literally just bashed my head in with a ball. Probably like 20 seconds. Yeah, it's probably like 20. You're probably like 20 seconds behind. 15, I think. I don't think it's just 10. Maybe, I don't know. There is definitely a delay. Can't confirm. I recommended this game to Luna. Called Game of Thrones. It's a Telltale game. Oh my god, it's so weak. I wish I could play it like and show you, but I don't want to play a game, like, I don't want to play, like, playing like this and not hearing the game is completely fine. I can hear less. But, like, if we're playing through the game and, like, actually paying attention to it, and, like, the narrative, then I would like to hear it. Okay, and... okay. A little bit slow. I wish there was achievements for playing on the high difficulty. Because there's not an achievement for playing on high difficulty. Oh dear God. Oh. But no. Yeah, but you have, like, trophies on PlayStation. And, like, people can see these trophies. And I'm not, like, I would not consider myself, like, a trophy hunter. Like, I really don't care that much about trophies. Like, I have a shit ton of them. But I don't, in the grand scheme of things, I don't hunt them. But if I'm doing something, like, challenging, like completing a playthrough on a hard difficulty, then I would want, you know, to have a trophy for that anyway. Just because I'm doing it, I might as well get one, or get one. But that's just me personally. Well, I don't know, I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, it might be different for Steam, I would assume it's not, but the developers make those, so it might just be that game you were playing. It's not like, you know, Sony makes the, huh?
Jen, 待ってたよ。
一人で倒したのか。
来るなら早く来て。危うく死ぬところだったよ。猛虎が捕虜を連れて川上に向かったらしい。鍛冶屋を見たって人もいる。
弟か。
もしかしたらね、金田の入り江の近くに野営があるって聞いた。
場所ならわかる。
力を貸してくれる人は見つかった？
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this mission. I'm gonna play some background. What'd you say? Like, I heard what you're saying, but like at the end. You wanna play what?
後でタカも手伝ってくれるよ。もうすぐあの子に会えるんだね。
Yeah, I've seen like gameplay of that recently. People talking about it. I wanna play it. Actually, I don't. I'm not a big fan of puzzle games. Never been a big fan.
俺の身内は叔父上だけだ。
助けた後はどうするの？
I'm a smart boy. I know what I'm doing.
島は救われるからな。
そればっかりだね。
勝てるはずのない戦を制してきたお方だぞ。お主は弟を助けた後どうする？
実は考えてる暇はなかった。
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely 100 with you.
ほぼ治った。
90% of the times I got like stuff correct, like the good cop, bad cop, or like whatever. 90% of the times I got that shit correct was because I had a guide up as I was playing it. Like I did not know what the hell I was doing. And I don't think that's because I don't think that's because I had no clue what was going on. I think that's genuinely just because that system doesn't work very well. They need to make a new game or a remake if they ever explore upon that again. Because that system does not work. It really does not. There is no bad cop or good cop. That doesn't... It's just not specific enough to be a detective. You can't just be a bad cop or a good cop. That makes no sense. I understand the system, the ones like, you know, lax and the ones like pressing, but it's not, you know, that's not the only factors of it. And it's not like they even worked well. I mean, the facial animations were like what you're supposed to read, and like people would look around and be suspicious. But like, that doesn't matter. Because people would look around and be suspicious anyway. Like if they're, you know, like let's say they're a witness, and you ask them a question or something, and they look suspicious. If they're a witness and they just witness somebody get brutally murdered, of course they're going to be acting weird. Hello? It just doesn't work. I mean, a lot of times that's what happens in the game. That people just act weird because obviously they're going to act weird. You never know when to really probe people.
あれが八重入れそうにないな。
数日でしつらえたものならばどこかに隙間がある。探すぞ。
Are you talking about the one with the it was during the arson ones, and it was like you were learning how to like put a heater, or like how a heater works. It was so unnecessarily long. I don't know, there was a bunch of them I just did not know what I was doing. Are you talking about with like the coin and the different names?
そして猛虎をすべて切り伏せる。
もし手違いがあれば捕虜が殺されるよ。何度も見てきたんだ。忍び込むしか手はないからね。
まるで野党だ。
不問でもあるのかい。
It didn't take me that long. I don't think it did.
この島はかつて賊がのさばっていた。しかし武士が乱を鎮め正義をもたらしたのだ。我らは
I'm a smart boy.
誉れのために身を捨てる。かつて我が父も平和のために命を捨てた。
私だって同じだよ。だけど今はやらなくっちゃ。
Yeah.
叔父上の教えに背くわけにはいかん。
今は目をつぶって。
He does.
家族を助けたいんだ。
Probably is.
あんただってそうじゃないの。
近くに寄ってみよう。様子を探りたい。
それじゃ暗くなるまで待とう。
行くぞ。
Did you just say he looks so cute? I swear to God, I just heard you say that.
タカは苦労してるんだ。猛虎が来る前から。
守ってやったのだな。
兄弟だからね。タカは盗みを嫌ったけど、飢えて死ぬよりはマシだろ。やるしかなかった。
俺。
Wait, he is cute or he is from Minnesota?
こっち。
Yeah, but even if you do think he is, that's just wrong. He's kind of odd though. To an extent. To an extent. His voice is nice.
猛虎に殺されてた方が幸せだった。恨みを晴らしたいんだろ。
He should be one of those like ebook like narrators. He would make a great one, like unironically. Hmm?
蹴取られれば捕虜が殺される。
じゃあ音を立てずに喉をかけるしかない。
The way he sings, what now? Oh, does Ray like Young Gravy? Cringe. Yeah.
前はどう見る？
足を怪我しています。矢が当たりましたね。
手負いの熊は死に物狂いだ。抜かるでないぞ。
わかりました。
後を追うぞ。
この地に熊が出るなんて。
そうだな。戦火の槍川から逃げてきたのだろう。
無本物のせいです。罰として熊の餌にしてやりましょう。
卑しきことを申すでない。
ここで倒れました、
I wouldn't.
虫の息です。
ああ、すぐ近くにおるな。気を抜くなよ。
分かってます。とどめは私に刺させてください。
お前が感情を
Man, he looks like he acts different around him. He looks fake. He looks like a piece of shit. I don't like the way he looks. He looks annoying, and he is annoying. I don't like him.
この矢傷では死なぬはず。
見てください。この傷の跡は矢ではありません。
He like awkwardly laughs at everything. I makes me want to punch myself in the face. Like, punch a hole through my face. Punch a hole through my head.
槍川だな。
卑怯者、地頭様の背を狙うと。
酒井、怒りを抑えろ。人殺しになりたいか、こやつのように。我らは武士だ。
ですがおじ上よ、罪人は人の命をもって償わせねば。
目をそらすな。怒りや恐れで人を殺めてはならん。誉れを胸に切れ。
What do you mean you don't know? He's just a two-faced piece of shit.
背を向けてはならぬ。命を奪う時も相手を見据えろ。情けと覚悟を持て。それが侍の姿だ。
We're like buddies, not friends.
虚に上手は臆病の印。
I wouldn't mind, like, yeah, look, I wouldn't mind. He's a two-faced piece of shit, sure. But, you know, in reality, I wouldn't mind talking to him about a topic or something, you know, like common ground we have. Like, that's obviously, you know, that's fine. But, you know, I wouldn't be his friend. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe a tad. There's an archer there. Okay. He can hear me. He can actually hear me. Huh? Shit. Top 5 YouTubers who swore. T-Rex06. He said a no naughty word when he was streaming Peak Game. I'm not even joking. That was a video that some piece of shit made. He was like, top 5 Fortnite YouTubers who swore. Oh God. No, it's made for me. They made it for me. Only me. Go play with your Legos. Jesus Christ, stop talking to me. Did you tell her that it was like not a big deal at all? Honestly though, would your parents actually like yell at her for accidentally doing something like that? Are they that bad? Because I feel like maybe they are. See, that's the thing. If a kid does something wrong, and like the parents see that, like someone like your parents see that, and they're like, don't do that. They don't give a shit if the kid looks regretful or sad about it. They're still gonna punish the shit out of that. They don't see the fact that they're actually regretting something, and they don't try and like, I don't know, healthily punish that. And I'm not saying that they need to punish her actually like putting up a middle finger. I'm just saying like in a different scenario where she actually I don't know. If I was her, I mean, even like looking at that like, not being a 5-year-old, you never know how your parents like that are gonna respond to seeing you flick a middle finger accidentally. Because they can interpret that however they want. It doesn't matter what you say. Like, even if you accidentally like throw somebody off, and the parents see that, it doesn't matter. You're like, I accidentally did that. They're still gonna like kill you for it. Well, punishing isn't like, Jesus.
堺は一生懸命に戦うはずだ。わしもな。
Is it like a playful thing, or is it like a genuine like?
対馬の民はどうだ。お主は父も同然。我が子を見捨てるのは辛かろう。己のしもべにはさせんぞ。
So I'd say the best thing I like about the narrative in this game is that this game does what a lot of samurai media does with trying to tell a story about the themes really of love, honor, and vengeance, and how that plays into like the samurai code. It all revolves really around like samurai code. Not all of it, but like most of it. But this game does that the best of anything I've ever like seen. I mean, I'm sure there's a movie out there, that's amazing, but I haven't seen all of them. I've seen Seven Samurai, and that is basically it, to be honest. I haven't even really seen all of that. I just really like that movie. Okay, I'll say the worst thing about this game. I love this game a lot, but obviously it's not perfect. The worst thing about this game, and it is a big thing, is the exploration can become tedious because it always, it's not always super. There's a bunch of like same areas of interest. That sorry. There's a lot of like shit like this, like the Fox Den or whatever, and there's a bunch of just the same shit. That gives you cool shit, like it gives you cool like unlocks or whatever. But it's just the same thing over and over again, and that's the problem. So this is like what you get for the digital deluxe edition or something. And it's really cool. I've always wanted this outfit. But like you can't get it unless you get the digital deluxe edition. It's really stupid, but oh well. Publishers will be publishers. I don't like the helmet. I've never been a fan of the helmet. Headbands aren't really that cool, but they are definitely there. Yeah. So what? Oh my god. Beat the shit out of my horse. What? No? What do you think I call it? My horse? It's kinda gross. No. Oh, well, I guess it carries over. Is this why it's my favorite game? You can abuse your horse. No. That's why I love video games. It appeals to the male fantasy of wanting to beat the shit out of animals. Okay, why wasn't it letting me? Have you seen that one BuzzFeed thing where it's like, I don't like video games because it appeals to the male fantasy. Yeah, there was some chick on BuzzFeed who he tried to make that point. Really stupid. It was really dumb. Like, why can't I do any of this shit? I ate too much candy, bro. I got so much fucking candy from Dollar General. I got so much candy. I ate it all of it, and it made my tummy hard. Dude, eat that shit. Hello? I don't care if you don't want to eat it. If you're gonna eat it, you're gonna shove it down the road. Okay, I don't know what is happening. I can't pick up anything. Wait, I think I have to reload in my save. This is cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen that stuff. Avril is a staple of the Mongols' nomadic diet, made of curds boiled in fresh milk. That sounds disgusting. The resulting mixture is combined with sugar and fruits before being dried and sliced into various shapes. Okay, that might be good. I don't know. Sounds kind of curds boiled in fresh milk sounds absolutely disgusting. What? What do you mean? Yes, I would assume so, yeah. Might be wrong, might be something else, but I don't think so. Yeah, but boiling it in I can hear this shit in my controller. Can you hear this? So you can unlock these songs. This is very pretty. I thought the PS5 version was supposed to be polished. Why the hell am I like unable to do anything? Okay, now it's good. Dude, I mean, look how big this map is. I'm really not trying to do this whole entire thing. It's fun though. I enjoy this game. And after playing Trek to Yomi, like, I am fully able to play it like black and white. Like, I really do not care. In fact, I like it black and white. Trek to Yomi has like opened my mind for black and white. Watching black and white movies is a whole different case. And like, if you play black and white stuff, games are like 10 times longer to get through than a movie. So watching a black and white movie, you know, it's focused, you know, the art style is focused, but playing a game, you're going around and just doing whatever. So, obviously linear games are different, but you take control of it, like, it's not as focused. So the art style is like, kind of whatever you're looking at, not what the movie or what the game wants you to be looking at. So it's a little hard to pull it off. Trek to Yomi is a samurai game, but it's like linear, and it's like almost 2D platformer. So it kind of shows you what to look at the entire time. You can't really adjust the camera. In fact, you can't adjust the camera at all, actually, now that I remember. It's like how like God of War is. The camera just kind of like follows you. and it's like in different ways. The camera isn't like really behind Kratos, the main guy, as you go. He's just like, it's just kind of like in different angles.
武士にしては質素な伊織。動くな。石川先生。酒井の跡取りか。生きておったとは。菰田で待っておりました。向かう途中で賊に襲われてな。その賊を待ち構えていたと。備えあれば憂いなしと言うだろう。志村殿も討ち死にか。良き男だったが。無事です。しかし囚われの身に望みはあるな。実はその件でお力添えを。できぬ。不肖の弟子に出奔されての。手を貸しましょう。しかるのち何卒ご助力を。遅れを取るなよ。
Lord Sakai. But here's the thing. I hate games with interesting moral themes. Or not, yeah, I guess moral themes. Just interesting themes in general. Specifically moral for this game. But when you have themes in a game, you know, and you're asking, this game asks the question, the main question the game asks, the narrative and the plot, is, you know, is honor like, worth it? Like, how much is honor worth? Because the whole thing is like conflicting between like being honorable, standing up to your enemies like straight up, and then there's like the whole like being the ghost and like stealth kills and all that shit. And I mean, it ties into the gameplay because both are fun. I think that's kind of a fault because there isn't any kind of like reputation system. You're just kind of forced into being the ghost. However, and I think that isn't the best. I think that if you could choose to not be the ghost, narratively, the game like would be better. Because when you ask the player a question, you're like, how much does honor mean? Like, how much is it worth? You know, if you have to go against your code to help your people, you know, the island, you know, but you also have to abide by your code to set a standard and show your people of the island, you know, be a role model, set a standard. You know, like, where do you draw that line? When you ask the player, like, where do they draw that line? And you don't let them choose for themselves, and you just tell them what to do, then it loses all of its significance. Because you're like, cool, this happened, you know, whatever. You know, Jin Sakai did this thing. You know, he did it. I didn't do it, even though the game is asking me, not Jin Sakai. Now, it is asking Jin Sakai, sure, but it is, I think, when you ask the player a question, which this game, it asks both Jin Sakai and the player, because it lets the player choose. Now, if the game hadn't let the player, at the end of the game, you can choose whether not to be the ghost or not, because you end up being the ghost nonetheless, technically, which I don't necessarily like a whole lot. I do like it. Like, it comes full circle, and narratively, it's amazing. It's perfect, almost. But I enjoy narratives in games that only a game can tell. And that would be, letting the player choose. If you couldn't choose at all at the end, it's like if you could choose, since you're not able to choose like to be a ghost or to like stay with the code, the game, it's like a movie. You go with it and it's cinematic, and you watch it like you watch a movie. You're not conflicted. You're not conflicted like you would be normally, like how a game can tell a story. It's kind of hard to describe. Maybe I'm not describing it the best way. But it's like you're watching a movie and something happens and it's a good story, but you have no input. You're not doing anything in the story. It's still a good story nonetheless. But, games are different than movies in that way because you are playing the game. In Schindler's List, you are not Schindler. You are not, creating a safe haven for Jews in World War II. That is a completely random comparison, but what I'm saying stands. You are though. You are. Now, if you had a game where you play Schindler, that wouldn't even be compelling because there's no moral dilemma there. Because it's like you either create a safe haven or you don't. I'll pick the latter. And plus, you're like, this is just like the morally best decision to make, and this is like the only decision that you should ever make in this situation morally. Plus, it makes you a lot of money. So yeah. It wouldn't. Well, you'd be surprised. Games really just make you either. Okay. So, for a long time, I've considered Red Dead 2 to be like my favorite game of all time, but I really, looking back at it in the story, I was wrong. Hold on. Now, the game is very linear, which I do not like. It is basically a movie because there is no choice to make. You have good and bad honor. This is textbook. This is literally textbook. Okay? You make good or bad decisions that make you, as Arthur, the character, a good or bad person. There is no benefit to being a bad person. There is no compelling reason to be a bad person or do anything bad other than just to be bad. You don't make any more money. It doesn't give you a boost in the game. It doesn't make people like you more. It doesn't give you some different ending that would eventually be better. There's no justifiable reason to be bad. You're just bad for the sake of being bad. Basically for money. No, it's not, because in being good, you're still mowing down people. I think that's actually a really interesting piece, like a plot device for games, because Far Cry 3 had it to where, and now it's not decision-based. At the end of the game, you do technically make a decision which works, but it's like you go through this, it's an FPS, first-person shooter, where you're killing a bunch of people. You take control of Jason, this guy who gets stranded on this island full of pirates, and a bunch of his friends who are on vacation get stranded there, and he becomes this merciless killer, killing all these pirates, trying to save his friends. But he realizes that as he's killed all these pirates, he has a lot of suppressed trauma from this I wouldn't say suppressed though. He has a lot of trauma from like seeing his brother die and like his friends and being in the situation, and he's taking it out by killing all these people in an unhealthy way. So as he's killed all these people, he has basically become one with the island. He is like in the machine of the island with all these pirates, and just he is driven, by his trauma to release that on these pirates, because the gameplay is fun, yet the game spits it back in your face and is like, this is bad. You're killing all these people. But the thing is, like, Jason also wants to kill all these people, and you want to kill all these people. So there's a lunar narrative harmony between your motivations and the character's motivations, and it works amazingly with the story because your friends see that Jason is becoming like an unhinged killer, and I mean, you love it because the gameplay's fun. So that is a great story.
的が遠ければ矢は落ちると教えたろう。集中せんか。今のは肩慣らし。やはり早まったかの。ご安心を。次は必ず。まずだ。さらに遠くの的ではどうかの。どう思った。手に馴染みますな。そうであろう。大事にすることだ。行くぞ。
It's Katie's dad. I literally did.
戦を決めるのは人だ。
Literally.
もうこの兵器は火を吹くのです。
Should I keep the bow on my back, or should I like take it off for cosmetic reasons?
お弟子殿がいればよいが。上からなら備えがよく見えよ。
Okay. I'm asking you. I don't really know you, to be honest, but I'm asking you.
私が入って門を開けます。あとは共に兵器はことを潜んじるという言葉があるぞ。ではどうしろと。まあ少し落ち着け。奴らは石膏を探しに兵を出すはずだ。門を開いた刹那に飛び込むぞ。長引けばそれだけ友へ殿が危うくなります。心配はもう。
Okay, you get to talk louder. Talk louder.
戦場をよく見ろ。何か役に立つものはないか。蜂の巣だ。いれば足止めになるよ。
Dude, turn your thing up or something.
ありと矢で猛虎を穴だらけにする算段か。
Dude, I can't hear you. It's a problem.
まるで痛手を与えられるやも。やる甲斐はあるの。松明を撃ち落とせば火花が飛びましょう。火事を起こせるな。
Well, talk louder then.
だが腕前はわしらが勝る。門が開いたら。
Hold on, I might be able to just turn my volume up. Alright, talk.
光の地に乗り込み、巴殿を救う。よし。あとは待つの。
Well, I have it all the way turned up. I don't know
門が開きます。
how much to help that must take. Huh? Babe. Did you leave in high school? Did I leave in high school?
まだだぞ。今だ。奴らをメイドへ送ってやれ。
How? Damn. Ow.
門が開きます。
Oh, we hurt. That hurt me. Ow, ow. Adora is hora.
奴らをメイドへ送ってやれ。
It's hora. Yes. Who? I am. It's sort of the come here. You gotta roll the arms. Come here. Come here. It's like, it's a Spanish thing too, isn't it? I'm Udankrat. Sorry, it's just so natural to me. Sorry. It's my inner, it's coming out, oh god. My suppressed primal urges, I'm trying to hold them back, I'm sorry. No. Maybe playing this on lethal was like not the move. Because my ass is getting kinda kicked, I won't lie. My ass is getting kind of kicked. No, it is fun. It's okay. See what I mean? It's just two attacks on day. That is. I hate you so much. I wish you were dead. 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 Come on. Ow, I got it. Shit. Oh my god. How about you literally shut your mouth? Because I don't like you. Sorry. Okay. And this is the end of this playthrough. I'm going on hard, but... because my ass is not good enough. I literally suck? You mean like I am sucking right now? I'm sucking. I'd be wrong. I'm literally playing Lego GTA right now. I'm literally playing Lego GTA. You know what, I got this. You know what, let me put it on that. One thing I gotta say about this game is that the load times are just amazing. I'll put it back on Lethal because I'm a bitch. It's weird because Lethal is like, there's like a good and a bad. There's like, you do more damage, but they do so much more damage to you. I guess you just gotta play methodically, which is fun. That's for Dark Souls, you can't actually be good. Ethan literally has said that you can't, like, be good at games that's, like, that has PvP. Ethan has, like, the worst of takes, I swear to God. I was like, we were talking about this game, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and I was talking about how I did not like the gameplay, because it was God of War, but Star Wars. And I think that is not good. Like, it just does not make for compelling gameplay, because, you know, the fight scenes in Star Wars are like samurai fight scenes, because, okay, yeah, the prequels have very good cinematography and are very, like, long and calculated. Choreographed, I should say, not calculated. The calculated ones are with the original trilogy because they're slower, grittier, and they have more, not emotion, but just, the ones in the original trilogy, obviously, technically, they're less impressive because they're slower and, you know, heavier. But I just think none of these, you know, what makes the prequel fight so great is that, you know, they have build-up in their movies, you know, like, they're not, you know, video games. There's a big difference there. And it does not work to be, like, some big, it is the gameplay of God of War. That is a big problem. It's not where you just go around killing up dudes. I don't know. But you just go around playing as this overpowered edgelord. It's not really fun. The gameplay isn't even that fun. He didn't say that. He said that you can't be good at GTA. And you can't be good at Red Dead. Which, obviously, I'm not going to bore you with the details there, because it is kind of boring. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing to argue, anyway. But he isn't. His whole argument is that, like, stuff you can buy in the game, like explosive ammo, you know, like bot things like that, you can, like, easily kill people with rather than just a normal gun. And that's why he says that you can't be good at that. But that's such a stupid argument, because that doesn't mean you can't be good at that. It just means that some things are like pay to win, which I don't like and I don't agree with, but it doesn't mean you can't be good. What is a blanket statement? I've heard that before. Is that just like... I thought a blanket statement was supposed to be like something you say to, like, bullshit.
誰かが住んでおったようだ。女子の衣服、思えのものだ。釈放されていたのか。なぜだ。
A type of fallacy from making an inductive conclusion with insufficient evidence. A kind of faulty generalization. So it's just a wrong statement. Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. It's not just a wrong statement, but it's a wrong statement about a general topic. You know, I'm starting to think you're a liberal. I'm starting to think that you are a dirty liberal. You dirty what? The two eyes of the what?
もうこの矢ではない。これは巴の矢だ。確かですか。しかしこの矢はわしが撃った。海わしの矢羽根もな。そうでしょうか。それにして
When I think of the song, I just think of like
もうこの
blank
兵なん
face.
ぞにできぬ芸当だ。巴に弓を使わせたのか。
Or at least.
聞こえたか。島のもの
You
です。
dirty what? You dirty. He? Just give me an if they talk.
寒い。
Damn it. Stop being the gatekeeper of pronouns. Jesus.
でも奴は解放され弓を受け取ると
I'm not being a gatekeeper of pronouns.
他の奴らも
あのムクロ、己の腕を敵に売り込み。
Ethan is telling me to get on right now. I told him that I'm talking to you. But he told me to go fuck myself. I was like, I'm just my.
死にたくない
In fact, he told me to get on earlier. I got on. And he never got on. And then I was like, I'm gonna go talk about this guy.
殺しておればなんと自由を得るため巴は敵についた。なぜそのような先生わしが追い詰めたのだ。追い詰めた。ご説明を。
I played through this part like so many times. It's not funny.
お答えください。
Like this beginning part because I have never like mustered the strength to get through another playthrough. But now that I'm on PS5, I should be able to. Eventually. I don't know if I'll finish the game or anything, but see what a good, like a fat chunk. Arkham City is very replayable because it's not like super long. It has an open world, but like barely. It's not very big at all. It is like the perfect open world for replayability. It's just the right like size. Don't take that out of context. Not again. Not again. Not again. I have this last 100 grand. I don't want to eat it. Because I've noticed, like, if I eat too much, it's hard to breathe. The food is like held up to my throat. It's like suffocating me from within. That's a what? Really? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm obviously like it's like a problem I'm facing right now, but I have that. I think it's probably just like, I I think it's really just like candy and like bad shit I eat. Cause I don't ever like get full on food and like can't breathe. I think that's true. Don't say that. Don't say that, please. Don't say that. Hello, there's like know how that work. But are you saying do I want to gatekeep death? I am the gatekeeper of death. That sounds like really badass. What? What? Huh? No. Look at the bird, man. Look at the bird. Yo, that's a bird. I'm gonna follow it, see where it goes. I'm gonna follow the birds. I'm gonna follow this bird and see where it goes. Oh my god, look, you wanna see my man get all kicked up? You can actually write, or no, you can't write haikus here, never mind. Oh my god. Hello. These are really cool though. I will say, like, the side objectives aren't bad, you know, by any means. Like, they're cool. Like, shit like this, like the sauna spas where you can rest and, like, you know, reflect on stuff, and it gives a little bit of cool, like, backstory to certain stuff, or, like, perspective, you know, shit like that. It's cool, you know, and it's definitely entertaining, and it's fun. It's not so much, like, spas are cool, the haiku places are cool, they're cool, you can write haikus, and you get, like, a headband for each different one. You have, like, the outposts, which are always fun, because the gameplay in this game is amazing, but I would say, like, you have, like, the fox dens, they give you, like, charms, and they're not interesting. Like, those aren't interesting at all. They give you, like, slight buffs. Those are probably the worst thing about the game. And they're just filler. You know, I don't have a problem with them, because at the end of the day, they're just filler. It's not like they're mandatory at all. That's just the problem, is that you never do any of them, because they're not really useful at all, except for, like, the first couple you do. And they're just clutter on their app, especially if you're, like, trying to 100% the game. Because they're miserable to get there. But, and they barely even scale. They don't get, like, really good or anything. They're just, like, whatever. It is fine.
Sakai. Sensei, Tomoe no shousoku wa?
つかめたが、今のお主ではかなわんな。
Tomoeを鬼とお思いですか？
まあ、誤りではあるまい。あやつに恐れはない。誉れを知らぬ。生まれついての人殺しだ。
覚えがあります。
いや、お主にはわからん。
Hey, look at this shit, hold on. So you had the hot springs down there. But it's like, this is what it looks like with this, and then, I mean, you gotta collect, I mean, you gotta do shit, just, it's like, it's so crazy. Huh? What? I just heard. It got better, and now I can hear you crystal clear. I wonder why.
巴が恐れ知らずであれば良い味方になりましょう。
恐れ知らずは獣と同じ。
獣では弓を得得できません。
忘れることだ。味方になりはせん。
敵は撃つより味方に引き込むのが得策。
Oh my God.
それがもうこのやり口だ。
いかにも止めなければ。
中山で捕虜が死んでおっただろう。あれは巴が殺めたものだ。初めてではなかろう。
何か事情があるのやも。
事情などあるものか。
Baller moment?
ここへ。
Thanks. I think something that PlayStation exclusives suffer from is they're trying to be too cinematic. And that goes along with like what I've been saying about like games, like narratives in games, telling stories that only games can play or games can tell, like with like lunar narrative harmony with the motivations of the character and the person being the same. And I know I'm kind of preaching here. I know it might be kind of boring because I'm just saying the same shit over and over again. But you know, that is definitely a thing they suffer with, because like Last of Us, that shit is a great game, but you know, whatever.
手を貸しますぞ。
I do. No, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't think that they're as good as they could be. Because they're too cinematic. I don't dislike games that, you know, are cinematic. Because this game is cinematic as shit. It's a PlayStation exclusive. And this game is cinematic, but it's cinematic enough. It's not too cinematic. That's why I love it so much. I think cinema, you know, there's literally Kurosawa, like there's a samurai cinema in the game. Like, it works well with the game. I think, yeah, it depends on the person, sure. But, you know, I think depending on the person, it just depends on personally how much you care. If you just want a good story, then yeah, obviously you're not gonna give a shit. But I think coming from like a critical like point of perspective on games, you know, as a gamer, you know, I want games to be the best that they can be. So I'm gonna critique them. I'm gonna look into like the nooks and crannies of what a game does wrong, because I love games. I want to know. Hell, I want to know, you know, what is making a game not as good as it could be. Now, is it necessary that I know this? No. But it is interesting. It's fun to me. If I was trying to be like a game developer or something like that, that would be good to know. I would make a great game developer if I knew anything about code. I don't, and I don't care if I know anything about code. I really don't want to be a game developer because it's like hard, and I run from hard things. I could be a writer. I'd be a good writer. Although, like, being a writer is like, less like writing a book. Like, probably harder, though. No, I wouldn't say harder, but like, basically just like writing a book. So, and I don't know. I would never. I don't read books. I don't enjoy books. It's not that, like, you'd be reading it like a book. Obviously, it's like for movies or okay. Dog. The dog looks like you. No, it's dead. Huh? You said alright. It's not alright. You're saying the fact that I call a dog is okay. Okay. And that's okay with you? I don't know. What do you want to say? What do you think you should be saying right now? I'm asking you whether you should say something. Don't try and throw my logic back in my face. Look, I'm telling you to give me an answer. You don't need to ask me anything. I'm not the one who listens. Okay. The question, actually, I don't even know either. There was a question. I remember them. Oh, yeah. Is it okay for me to kill a dog? I think this is the question that every game should strive to tell. Is it okay to kill a little good boy? Why did I kill it? Because I had to. It was just beating the shit out of me. Is that wrong? I think that's what every game should strive to tell. Is it okay to kill a good boy? I think the answer is basically, for any reason, you know, universally, yeah. It's okay. As long as you ask nicely. As long as you ask nicely, it's okay. Asking nicely doesn't exist. You heard it here. Consent doesn't matter. Oliver said it. Hold on, let me just expose you real quick. Hold up. Let me just
そに弓の稽古とは。
何の罪があるというのだ。내게 못 써. 야.
Hostages were killed. I have learned the water stance. You mean with my mic? Did you see a Japanese woman with these smuggles? Huh? Huh? Dude, Luna would love this game. Luna loves like Japanese culture and all that stuff. Huh? I thought Luna was Turkish. Is it like a mix or something? No. That would make sense. I know their mom has like a million evil eyes or something around the house. That's what they're called, right? The blue things. Yeah, the blue eyes. They're like, you hang them around, and they're supposed to like repel bad spirits. God, they're called evil eyes. Well, I asked because I'm fairly sure they're called evil eyes, but like, I'm pretty sure. Offensive? What? They are called evil eyes.
では道場で会おう。
You can't even say that. Dude, yes, the evil eye is a supernatural belief and a curse brought by a malevolent glare, usually given to a person who is unaware. Evil eye dates. Okay. Yeah, it protects against evil spirits. It's like a dream catcher, basically, but like not the same purpose. Same idea. Yeah. The dream catchers were like Native American, right? Pretty sure. I'm like pretty sure. Sure. You know, I think, you know who really is, like, guilty of like, honestly, like, I don't want to say appropriation, but kind of, honestly, Mingus. He has his books. Huh? Yes, his books. I don't really know a whole lot about them, but they're like in-depth studies of like Cherokee, like specifically Cherokee, tribe beliefs and stuff, which I think is interesting. But usually when that happens, you got some white dude writing about it, a lot of appropriation happens. And, I feel like that happens in his book. But then again, he's been to school, he knows what he's doing. I'm not very trustful. I'd have to read his books to find out. Huh? I'm not really either. I think, like, people studying, like, different cultures and, you know, learning about different cultures and, you know, shit like that is cool. It's fine. I think it should. I think people absolutely should learn about different cultures and study them. But when you start, like, writing about it and publishing books about their culture, and you can do that. If you're coming up from an outside culture, I think it's completely fine to write about other cultures, you know. But when you delve into the territory of, like, appropriation and you start, like, talking about I don't know, literally, like, anything other than, like, what they believe, it starts, yeah, it's like, I can't really, I don't know, I'm not, like, a huge, I haven't really, researched that a whole lot, so I can't really have a big opinion on it, but as far as I know, that's what happens.
村の橋を見張る者がいるでしょう。いかにも。村の入り口を兵で固めてはいかがでしょう。もはや街道に人はおらぬぞ。兵を置くだけ無駄だろう。
It's not a fun guy to be around.
村の南の道は上り坂。
I don't understand how these
海を
kids
見
are
る
so
には
like
最適かと。
筋がいいでは
free
ない
and
か。
easy going
見
with
込み
him.
があるな。では参るぞ。
Hold on. I just like, even if you like him, like I'm a very outward person. I'm extrovert. I'm like, I will go up to a random person and like do some weird shit. I'm like that weird. But never in my life will I be extroverted to a teacher. If they initiate something with me, maybe.
巴には他に
But
何を
余さず教えた。
I'm never gonna do that with a teacher. I don't care if I love that teacher. I would
伝えて
never.
やったぞ。世に浸かるため
Just because
身を引いたのだ。
they're a teacher and I respect them professionally, not, they're not my buddy.
なれど弟子は取った。
しばらく後にな。
何故です？
弓を置くことはわしにとって死と同義。まだ死ぬつもりはない。
指南役を捨てたことに後悔は？
弓の腕を鍛えるほど己も鍛えられ、武士の本懐とは己に勝つことのみ。後悔などないぞ。 そろそろ用心しろ。
ふぬけばかりか！
I mean, he's definitely very involved with his kids' careers and he like mentors or whatever. But he's just not a very like fun person to be around. But like people are very like, that's fine. Like he's a teacher. He's not supposed to be a fun like great guy. He tries to be, and I guess it works for some kids. But for me, he's honestly intimidating. Like, I don't want to like, I don't because I think it's because he comes off. Sure, as pretentious a little bit, but I wouldn't call it pretentious because it's not necessarily like him being pretentious because he is very smart and he's obviously smarter than us because he's an old bastard with all kinds of degrees and we're just like ninth graders. But that doesn't make it right that he's got some kind of complex and it is annoying and I don't. He talks to us like we're 5 years old, and I'm not gonna like be buddy with that. Some kids find security in that. I don't. I find. I think one of the surprises is that he doesn't necessarily treat us like we're 5 years old. Well, he does, but it's like. He's like Mr. Mingus. He picks favorites. He picks favorites less than Mingus, I would say. Like he's better about picking favorites. I feel like he kind of like treats everyone equally because I don't think he likes us. He doesn't like us equally. But he goes up and he does his job. Not barely. Not even really. He just actually does his job. And that's the thing. I think me not wanting to be buddy with him is not because he's an easygoing cool dude. Like, I can see him being, like, if I was one of his, like, adult friends, like, I could see me and him being friends if I'm, like, an adult and I hang out at one of his bars. We go out drinking. Now, that's a lot different. I'm a student, and he barely teaches us shit, and I don't like that. It's stuff like that. I don't want to be buddy with him. He's my teacher, not my drinking buddy.
罪なき者まで殺めて、巴は島民としての誇りまで捨てたのか。
猛虎があやつに約束したのは権力、富、地位。ここでは得られぬものだ。
己の出自を疎んじておったということか。
大主は優しすぎるな。
優しさは強みです。武士にとっても。
誰の教えだ？孫子か？
叔父上です。慈悲の心はあだにあらずと。 示してくださいました。
志村殿が情けをかけた者は害なき者のみ。過つなよ。敵襲。
Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, I really don't care. I don't want to mess with them just because I don't care. But, it's like... obviously, I think a teacher-student relationship is very important. Because besides immediate family, you know, like, teachers leave very big lasting impressions on kids, probably for the rest of their life, especially, even more so when you get to, like, college, because a lot of these, you know, impressionable kids are going into college, and teachers, you know, they tend to rely on, or they kind of have to rely on these teachers or professors who, you know, guide them into what they want to do with their life and their career. So, I mean, it's very important. But, you know, I just don't, like, it's not that I don't want, like, to be, like, you know, friendly with teachers. Like, I'm friendly, sure, but I'm personally, and some kids may find it more comfortable to be friends with teachers, and, like, open up to teachers and be more personal about it, which is fine. I think that's completely okay, but me personally, I'm just not I'm extroverted, and, yeah, like, I will go out of my way to mess with people. But it's almost like kind of a, like, it's not so much like I need to find security in someone to talk to, or, you know, it's like more of a, I just find enjoyment with screwing with people. That is literally my extent of being extroverted. Well, me personally, yeah, what? You mean you could do a character study on him? It's not that deep. It's just a shitty ass teacher. What now? Maybe. We're doing chemistry, not earth science, so it's a little better. Oh, you want to see something cool? You want to see something cool? Why can I? What did you? What? Stupid. I don't know, I can't do it for some reason. But I'll come back to it. Standoffs are pretty cool. Standoffs are pretty cool. Like this, I know you can't see it, but like right here. You go and you fight some dude. Because eventually you can chain it. Oops. Ouchie, mama. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Oh my god, you have to be shitting me. The last enemy too. I guess it's a good lesson. We're almost what now? R. Oh my god. You need. God, I love that animation of killing people.
勇気を持って敵を見据える。ジョニー・ジョーズルは臆病の死。叔父上。ベリー。石川はいるか。己、何をだ。ああ、ことづてがある。モーセ。石川。広志の民は全て命を乞うことになる。長尾博則に撃たれた者の黙れ。
What?
長尾博則、賊に殺されたはずでは。
昔の話だ。
優れた弓取りだったと聞きます。弟子だったのですか。
いや、全て巴のデタラメだ。
全てではないです。
疑心暗鬼にさせるための策だ。日吉を守れるのはわしら二人しかおらんからな。
ならば信じましょ
う。村の守りを練らねばならん。手はずが整ったら道場に来い。
仲良くやっていこうな。
Oh, let me show you what I was talking about. I said I couldn't show you. I'll even turn the Kurosawa mode off because it's better to view it without the Kurosawa mode. Why? That's fine. You are. You are. Don't let Early die, please. I can't find a place. You go now. What were you saying? Huh? Don't believe.
酒井さん、生きていらしたのですね。なんとかな。どこかで会ったか。いいえ、ただご出陣のお姿を見ただけです。これをお受け取りください。お探しの者へと誘う力があると言われています。それはお主が持っていろ。猛虎が怖くて私は動けません。もし道すがら花を見つけたらここに持ってきてもらえますか。いろいろ染め直しますよ。覚えておこう。助かった。猛虎が来る前に船で逃げる。素材が足りないようですね。
My favorite headband in the game is one that there's like this one that goes over your eyes. It's really cool. Nope, I don't really know. Hold on. You see, you did good for a second, and now I can't hear you again. Wait, if you just talk up, I can hear you.
旅の安全を祈っております。
稲荷の神が守ってくださる。俺が生まれた日、母上が蛍を追う狐を見たそうだ。狐はお稲荷様のお使いと言われてますからね。見かけたら追いかけるのが吉でしょう。そうしよう。では。
Yeah. They smell good.
大変です。日吉の湯につながる橋が猛虎に奪われました。
往来の多い橋を奪えば日吉を攻めやすいからな。よし、様子を見に行こう。
ありがとうございます。気をつけちゃダメだ。
お侍様、お譲りいただけるものはございますか。
It's not gonna take too long.